Donald Trump won the White House under the slogan, "Make America Great Again." It played into people's nostalgia for the good old days, the feeling that yesteryear was simpler, easier, better.
In the good old days, law enforcement acted a lot quicker than this.
But is that true? Was life back then like a Norman Rockwell painting, all ice cream sundaes and domestic bliss? And what about further back? Was farm life as idyllic as Little House on the Prairie? Was the French Renaissance as much of a hoot as we seem to think it was? Was Helen of Troy really that hot? Well, unlike the president, we're not about alternative facts. We're about facts. And the fact is, history sucked. Like really sucked. The people sucked. The clothing sucked. Food sucked. Sex sucked. Travel sucked. Everything sucked. I mean, come on. They thought bloodletting was a solid medical breakthrough. So let's be honest. The good old days weren't so good. And we're gonna show you why. No one likes counting calories, but do you know what dieting was like before Weight Watchers? It sucked. In the early 1900s, one diet pill promised you could eat, and always stay thin. No exercise needed. So what was in this miracle pill? Just tapeworm? Spoiler alert, it sucked. Being ready when the time is right sure can be tricky, but do you know what erectile dysfunction was like before Viagra? It sucked. Starting in ancient Egypt, attempts to lift men's spirits included baby crocodile hearts, goat balls, monkey balls, dead guy's balls, electric shock belts, implants, injections, and everyone's favorite, the pump. Dick Cheney sure was a meanie, but do you know what torture looked like before waterboarding? It sucked. In ancient Persia, they used to tie people down, cover them in milk and honey, and leave them baking in the sun so vermin would eat them alive. But wait, it gets worse. They paid special attention to the anus. The anus! What could someone have possibly done to deserve that?
Shame!
And to top it all off, they were morons. No one talks about the genius who died testing his own invention, the parachute coat. They gave the Nobel Prize to the guy who invented the lobotomy. Even the great Thomas Edison tried to build a ghost-busting machine. Yeah, like the movie. And by the way, Edison was a real asshole. Turns out a lot of our favorite people from history were assholes. Big ones. Yeah, even this guy. Do you know what childbirth was like before epidurals? It sucked. Dentistry before laughing gas? Sucked. Travel before planes? Hygiene before soap? Human rights before democracy? Mental health before, like, 2 months ago? They all sucked. And don't even get me started about surgery. Holy shit, it fucking sucked. History Sucked is a stroll through the disease-laden annals of time, comedic in tone, but completely and brutally honest with its subject matter. Campy recreations and tons of disturbing facts illustrate just how brutal, boring, dark, dank, dangerous, uncomfortable, unfair, smelly, superstitious, lame, and super gross history really was.
This is the future.
It's time for people to realize just how good we've got it today by exposing how bad it used to be. Like in our glorious Civil War, where more soldiers died from dysentery than from combat. Or in 1913, when it was legal to mail your child through the U.S. Postal Service. Or in Victorian London, where they had traffic jams due to too much horse shit in the streets. So prepare to take the shine off your heroes, to laugh at your ancestors, to thank your lucky stars you're alive today, not then. Because the truth is, history sucked. However, history sucked is gonna be awesome. And that's a fact.